Hi guys, do you feel that Christmas spirit yet? Well, if you don't, you can listen to A Christmas Carol by Majestica. It tells the classic story from Charles Dickens, song by song. Today's online guest is Tommy, who is here to tell us a little bit about it. Tommy, how did you actually hear about the story of Ebenezer Scrooge the first time?
I've seen the Muppets version when I was a kid, and I've seen the Bill Murray version called Scrooge on TV. So I knew about the story from a very young age. But it wasn't until high school when I was 17 and I played Ebenezer Scrooge in a school play when I really got to know the story and really, dig deeper into the story. And since I played Ebenezer Scrooge, I got to know the character and what kind of character that man is and why he acts the way he does. And so the story in detail has been with me for, at least 15 years now. And I mean, there's a lot of Christmas stories. We have the Grinch, we have Krampus, we have Ebenezer Scrooge, we have, Santa Claus and all of that. Every movie with Tim Allen is a great Christmas story. But this story, I don't know, it speaks to me more than any other story. So when I came up with the idea to do a Christmas album together with the guys, it felt like a natural choice to use a Christmas Carol as a theme.
How did you actually first think of it to make a Christmas album? Because, I mean, it's not super common within metal bands to do a Christmas-themed album.
No, exactly. I mean, there's a lot of bands who've done Christmas albums, like cover albums. And to be honest, I wanted to do a Christmas album for at least 10 years because I love Christmas and I love the music, and it seems like a fun thing to do. So last year we did this cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, but we did only like 1 minute of it so we could post it on social medias, and it was pretty staged. And then it hit us when people started commenting, this is so cool, you should do a Christmas album. So maybe we should do that. But I've been thinking like that since 2010, like, maybe I should do a Christmas album next year. Shit, I didn't have time this year. Well, I'll do it next year. But this year, unfortunately, Corona happened, and we got home from Russia in March, and we knew that, okay, we will not be able to play or do any proper work for a long time. So what to do? I started giving out Skype lessons on guitar lessons on Skype, lessons in Skype. Hello, welcome to my Skype lesson. I'm teaching Skype. No, guitar lessons through Skype. And then also I started to record these Christmas songs. I had 2 songs that I recorded. And, to do our own songs, but to use Christmas melodies seemed like a very, very cool and unique idea. Just like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, but they're more, more show, more rock show than metal album, if you know what I mean. So I did these 2 songs and I showed it to the guys, and they thought it was a cool thing to do. I said, hey, let's do it. Let's record a Christmas album. And then that's how it all started.
How did the record label react then? Were they like, oh yeah, let's do this? Or did it take some convincing for them?
Well, actually, they loved it. They really, really loved it. And that was one of the problems, actually. Because
okay.
but I had these 2 songs, and I started on a third, but only the intro. I sent it to the record label, these 2 songs, 2.5 songs. And they said, okay, this is very cool. Let's have a meeting tomorrow. So then we had a meeting, 12th of August. And they said, hey, guys, we love this. This is so cool. Really, they had so many ideas, so many plans, and they thought, this is so cool. We need to do this. And we said, okay, cool. So we're thinking about 9 songs. So we need 6 more songs, 6.5 more songs. And we can have everything done and recorded by beginning of October. So we have 2 months until we need to release this. That will be fine. And they said, no, if you want to release this before Christmas, we need everything by the end of August. And I mean, all the songs recorded, mixed, mastered, the artwork, the booklet, new photos, everything. New biography, everything needs to be done. And we said, shit, that's 3 weeks. We're not even halfway. How is that even possible? And they said, well, if it's not possible, you will always have next year to release this. But it's up to you guys. If we can deliver it by the end of August, we can release this before Christmas. Otherwise, it will be too late. So I started working on writing songs day and night. I mean, I was up until 4 or 5 in the morning. I actually had this thing when it started to get bright outside, when the daylight came back outside, that's a sign for me to go to bed. And then when everything was done, we went into the studio that we built up ourselves. We rented a big house and we rented all the equipment. We went into the house, recorded everything, drums, bass, all the guitars, vocals, choirs, keyboard. Plus we wrote one more song, the ballad of this album. We wrote that song during the recording, everything within 10 days. And in the meantime, I was in contact with this girl called Madeleine Andersson, who did the artwork. So while I was recording, writing songs, I was also talking to her. Okay, do this with the artwork, and how about that? And yes, that looks good, but can you change that? 10 days. And then, plus we recorded video and took photos at the same time. And we sent it to the guys just on time.
When I listen to the album, I hear a lot of classical, music, and I recognize some international songs, but I also heard some typical Swedish ones like Staffan Stalledräng, which I thought was really fun. Was that a challenge when you wrote all the music to combine all of these melodies?
Well, I'm not sure. I wouldn't say it was a challenge, but it was. Yes, it was a challenge because I never done that before. I've done covers.